My name is Caroline WACHEKE Murigi-Kruijer, and I'm a virtual assistant from Kenya. I've been living and working in the Netherlands for the last 14 years. I am a mom to 2 beautiful girls, and I am married, and my family is everything. I studied IT in Kenya, and when I moved to the Netherlands, I became quite intentional about what career path I wanted to take, because I wanted something that I enjoyed and something that I was really good at. IT was actually not the thing for me because I'm somebody who loves being around people. I really get a lot of energy from people. So I started a career as an admin assistant, and my first job in the Netherlands was I became the executive assistant to one of the leaders in the companies that I worked. From there, I moved from role to role in different companies, still as an executive assistant, and it's something that I really enjoyed. So that's actually the path that brought me towards being a virtual assistant, because I could use the same skills that I used in a corporate setting and use the same skills to support business owners and entrepreneurs in a virtual setting. It started about 6 years ago when I was pregnant with my first daughter, and for some reason I felt like I just wanted to be at home with her. I didn't want to go back to work. I loved my job, don't get me wrong, I loved my job, but the thing is I also wanted to be with her. You know, my life was changing, the dynamics were changing, so I wanted something that I could do from home, but at the same time I wanted to earn the same amount of money. So you can kind of say I wanted it all, and it's true, I did want it all. So I wanted to be at home with my baby, and I wanted to have a thriving career at the same time, and I wanted to have the time to work from home. So I started researching. I wasn't sure what I was searching for, but one thing that was clear was I wanted to be at home. I wanted to work from home so that I'm able to take care of my daughter. That didn't happen immediately. It actually happened about 4 years later, when I was with a colleague at my corporate job, and I was telling her about this journey I've been in, about searching of ways I can work from home, be with my family, but at the same time continue with my career. And she mentioned the word virtual assistant. And the moment she did that, everything clicked, and I was like, this is what I've been searching for. It was the first time I heard the word virtual assistant. I even had to write it down so that I didn't forget it. And then when I went home, I started to Google, so what is virtual assistance? And that's how it all started. I started out as a general virtual assistant in November 2019, and that is basically just doing general administrative work. That could be email management, planning meetings, but very quickly I realized I could actually offer more by coaching other virtual assistants, because I had already gathered all this information, I had gathered all this knowledge, I had all this work experience from my corporate life work experience. But then I felt like there were so many people out there that could benefit from being virtual assistants, and I had some sort of expertise and power to be able to offer them that. So not just to offer it to myself, but to also offer it to them. And very quickly I transitioned from a general virtual assistant to actually being a virtual assistant coach, and that's what I've been doing ever since. I coach other new and aspiring virtual assistants to get themselves started, get set up, and actually get their first clients very, very quickly. This has made a big difference. You know, the time that I have with my family, the time that I have with my clients, the flexibility, you know, in terms of location. I work from home. I can go on an extended holiday and still work from there. And nobody would even know where I am. The work would get done. I don't have any location restrictions. And what is even very fascinating, you know, when I started my journey as a virtual assistant, I just wanted to earn the same amount of salary I was earning at my corporate job. But right now, my salary in some months is 3-4 times what I was earning on a monthly basis. So it has made all the difference in my life because I get the time that I wanted, both for my career and for my family. But at the same time, I have that flexibility. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I work, and by the time my kids are waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm done. You know, my work is done, which means I have the entire day to do, you know, to spend time with my family, to clean the house, to just do whatever it is that I want. And also in terms of income, I actually get to earn a lot more. And there's some months whereby I've been working really hard and I want to take a break. I actually make that choice that I'm not going to take new clients this month. I'm going to take a break. And I have the freedom to do that. Being a virtual assistant has made all the difference because I don't have any location restrictions, I don't have time restrictions, and it looks like I don't have money restrictions. So this is something I'm very, very excited about. So yes, I did do a formal training. I did the SAVVYSYSTEM Virtual Assistant Training that is offered by Abby. Abby is the founder of the Virtual Service Group, and she's based in the US, and she has this program for virtual assistants where she's trained thousands of virtual assistants from all over the world. The formal training is called the SAVVYSYSTEM, and when I learned about virtual assistants and I started doing my research online about virtual assistants, so many information came through, you know, millions. There's just so much information out there around virtual assistants. But what I wanted was something that's going to get me started from A to Z. I didn't want to get bits and pieces of do this, and then once you do that, you're kind of stuck and you have to go back and look for information. So I really wanted something that would tell me, this is how you get started, this is what you need to do all the way to the end. So I came across Abby. She has a YouTube channel, and when I started looking at her videos, I felt an instant connection with her, and I felt this is the training that will actually give me everything I need to do to get set up as a virtual assistant and to be successful. So not just to be set up, but to go all the way. Because the moment I heard the word virtual assistant, I was like, this is it. So what next? The next thing was, how do I get started and how can I become successful as a virtual assistant? So I chose the SAVVYSYSTEM Virtual Assistant Training because I felt it covered everything. And this is really amazing because when you get started out, you have an idea of what you want to learn about the world of virtual assistants. But when I started doing this training, I learned things I didn't even know existed. They start from the very basics, like what a virtual assistant is, what services can you offer with the skills that you already have, and they also walk you through the different stages of your virtual assistant business. So you get started, you're working directly with clients, your business starts to grow, which means you start getting more clients. What do you do at that point? So when I went back to the training, there's a part whereby they talk about this is the time you start to subcontract and start working with other virtual assistants that actually charge less than you. And that way you're able to take a lot more clients. And then your virtual assistant business is going to reach a point whereby you have to start automating your systems, because if you really want to grow and expand, you have to automate some of your processes. You can't subcontract each and every part of that. You have to start automating that. And this is covered in the training. So I enrolled in the SAVVYSYSTEM training November 2019. We are in 2021. I still go back to that training, and my virtual assistant business has reached a point whereby I need to start automating. I already have a team, but then we are growing and it's time to start automating some of the systems that we are doing naturally, and the SAVVYSYSTEM covers that part as well. Can anyone become a virtual assistant? Absolutely. As a virtual assistant coach, I get a lot of people who come to me a bit concerned, and they're like, I don't have a bachelor's degree. I have never worked. I have 2 master's degrees. I get all types of people wondering, can they become a virtual assistant? The simple answer is yes, you can be a virtual assistant. It's a very broad industry. When it started initially, it was mostly doing admin work. But right now you have, social media strategists. These are virtual assistants. It's basically, can you offer your skills and your knowledge in a virtual setting, in an online setting? Anybody can be a virtual assistant. You just need to identify your skills, your knowledge, your expertise, your life experiences, and see how can this be of value to a business owner, to a company, to an entrepreneur, and how can I offer this to help them, build their business and scale their businesses and grow their businesses. As a virtual assistant, you can branch out in different areas, and that's why I keep insisting and saying, what is it that you love doing? What is it that you enjoy doing? And then use that skill as a virtual assistant. So for people who are just starting out, I always advise them to start as a general virtual assistant. So that is basically, doing general admin work. You might be asked to type reports, prepare reports, manage somebody's agenda, book meetings for them, manage their inbox, just see what's important on their inbox, what's not, and so forth. And then once you've started that, you start discovering other skills that you have. So we do have social media managers, you have social media coordinators, you do have graphic designers, so people who design websites and people who design logos. These are all virtual assistants. They are using their skills and their talents in an online setting. You can also be a coach. If you're really good with people and you're able to help people meet their goals much, much faster than they would by themselves, that's also a virtual assistant. You're assisting this person on an online setting. You can also be, some people do CVs. So there are people who are looking for jobs. They don't know how to craft their CVs, their cover letters, their LinkedIn profiles. If you have that skill, you can offer that service to individuals. So these are not business owners. These are individuals just struggling to put together a good CV that shows their skills and their experience. So you can use that skill to help them out and get paid. We also have like sales professionals. These are people who have sales experience, and businesses need to do sales to be able to survive. If you don't make any sales, your business is gone. So as somebody who is a sales professional, you can actually partner with a business and do the sales part of it. It doesn't matter where that business is. It could be in your local country, but in another city. It could be in another continent. It could be in another country. It's online. It doesn't matter where the business is. It doesn't matter where you are.